Hi, my name is Melissa Giles, and this is how this video, excuse me. This video is about how are you acting. This is Proverbs number 17. Proverbs number 17. Okay, good. All right. Better is a dry morsel with quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. Right? Like, what's going on behind your closed doors? Is there a bunch of fighting and screaming and hollering and yelling? Are you doing this in front of your kids? Better is a dry morsel with quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. A servant who deals wisely with rule over a son who acts shamefully and will share the inheritance as one of the brothers. So the servant or, somebody else like who is there for this person, right? Is going to get the inheritance instead of the foolish son. Okay, treat your parents right? The crucible is for silver and the furnace is for gold, and the Lord tests the heart. And when you're called, he tests the heart anyway. However, when you're called, he tests the heart even harder. An evildoer listens to wicked lips, and a liar gives ear to a mischievous tongue. Misery loves company. Whoever mocks the poor insults his maker. He who is glad at calamity will not go unpunished. That's judgment. Grandchildren are the crown of the aged, and the glory of children is their father. And that's being wiser, right? We have an opportunity, if you're young and watching this, to become wise now, or maybe sharing these videos with your kids, or actually, being the influence for them, to teach them how to become wise at a young age. That's all I have to say about that. Fine speech is not becoming to a fool, still less is false speech to a prince. A bribe is like a magic stone in the eyes of the one who gives it. Wherever it turns, he prospers, and that's having faith. Whoever covers an offense seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates close friends. That's jealousy, breaking the commandment, number 9 and 10. A rebuke goes deeper into a man of understanding than 100 blows into a fool. An evil man seeks any rebellion, and a cruel manager will be sent against him. That's revenge. Let a man meet a she-bear robbed of her cubs rather than a fool in his folly. That's like behavior, right? Like, how are you acting? If anyone turns evil for good, evil will not depart from his house. That's also revenge. You guys, like a lot of this is going to be about, like, that's why it's labeled, how are you acting? So a lot of it's going to be about your behavior, right? It's going to be about, how are you acting? Are you acting like a fool? Or, what are you doing? The beginning of strife is like letting out water, so quit before the quarreling breaks out, right? It's controlling your tongue. It's controlling your thinking. He who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the righteous are both alike in abomination to the Lord. Why should a fool have money in his hand to buy wisdom when he has no sense? By overspending? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. One who lacks sense gives a pledge and puts up security in the presence of his neighbor. Whoever loves transgression loves strife. He who makes his door high seeks destruction. A man of crooked heart does not discover good. The one with a dishonest tongue falls into calamity. He who sires a fool gets himself sorrow, and the father of a fool has no joy. A joyful heart is good medicine, but the crushed spirit dries up the bones. Broken heart. It's always better to just smile and be happy, because you never know whose day you're going to make. Even though, maybe at the moment you're not smiling inside, but know that joy is still there. The joy that you experience after you just give up everything and you're just I give it to you, God. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do. And even in the times that you're not feeling that way or something's going wrong, right? That we should always have a joyful heart, and that's having a heart of gratitude, really. Sometimes that could be super, super hard, and I get that. I totally understand that. We never know what the other person is going through, and that's why we should always be kind to people who may be taking something out on us, because we don't know what happened in their life. We don't know what happened in that day. That maybe, upset them or whatever. We should be everything to them, especially a friend. The wicked accepts a bribe in secret to pervert the ways of justice. The discerning sets his face toward wisdom, but the eyes of a fool are on the ends of the earth. A foolish son is a grief to his father, and the bitterness to him who bore him. To impose a fine on a righteous man is not good, nor strike the noble for their uprightness. Whoever restrains his words has knowledge, and he who has a cool spirit is a man of understanding. Even a fool who keeps silent is considered wise. When he closes his lips, he is deemed intelligent, because he's I don't think I'm going to partake in this stuff that's going on, because I know that I'm not supposed to. I'm going to be wise and not go off on the scoffer. I'm going to have humility and be humble, like I've been taught, because God taught me. Okay. And that was, how are you acting? That is why it's how are you acting. And this is Proverbs 17, video 17 out of 31. Thank you for watching.